Hello, everyone. My name is Dave Rispoli, and I'm the marriage coach. And I want to thank you for checking out this week's episode of Try This Thursday, where every Thursday we share simple yet profound ways to improve your marriage and increase the connection that you have with your spouse. This week's episode, I want to talk about something that happened last week. Happens frequently, but I had a husband come in and share with me that he thought that the major problem in his marriage was sometimes his wife was mean. And as we explored that and I pressed him a little bit, here's what he said. He said, my wife is very quick to point out what's wrong. She's very negative. Sometimes it comes across as contempt. Sometimes it comes across as meanness, but she just presses and presses on everything that I do wrong. And it seems constant and unending. What was interesting is I didn't experience his wife like this at all, but as we explored it, here's what she shared. She shared that she loves her husband very much and that she admires him and does respect him, but she feels that her role, her responsibility to her husband is to speak the truth in love. And that when he is doing something wrong, she feels like it's her job to point that out to him. I understand where she's coming from, but she's damaging the relationship. You should limit your negative feedback. And the way I would encourage her to do that, and the way I did encourage her that, is say, hey, find 5 positives, share those to every 1 negative. And she said, well, why should I have to do that? I said, do you want to have a great marriage or do you want to be right? Because no one has a great marriage whose spouse is always complaining, bickering, moaning, criticizing about what they're doing wrong. So 5 positives to every 1 negative. And then secondly, limit the timing. Maybe you don't have to share something negative every day, but maybe you should have a meeting once a week where you talk about, hey, what are the positives in the relationship and what are some things that I can improve? And if she had this certain space where she could do that, she wouldn't have to do it all the time. And then finally, I challenged her to be intentional about catching her spouse doing things right this coming week. I'm excited to see how that goes for them. And I do suspect that she loves her husband very much and that things can get better. There's a movie out in the theaters right now called The Great Awakening. It's about Reverend George Whitefield and Ben Franklin. My favorite Ben Franklin quote, keep your eyes wide open before marriage and half shut after marriage. In other words, be quick to praise. Be quick to catch your spouse doing right. And sometimes maybe look the other way when things aren't quite perfect. What if your job as a wife or your job as a husband isn't to point out everything that your spouse is doing wrong? Final thing I would do is in your delivery, when you're sharing negative, say, I love you. I love you. Or I really want the best for you. My intent is not to be critical. Those small tools can really go a long way in fixing and helping your marriage. Hey, if I can be of any assistance to you and your spouse, don't hesitate to reach out. Call the office at 314-201-8368 or check out themarriagecoach.com. Till next week, keep falling more in love. I'll see you next week with another episode of Try This Thursday.